What's up? What's up? This is Brad Williams, 20% Time Management Project, Developmental Psychology, and Full Sail Online. Um, this is the final week of our 20% project, and we're gonna wrap this thing up this week and make our edits. As you see, I'm at work on I'm at work on time this week. Um, actually early, so um, this is the last week of me trying to better myself, time management wise, and get things under control. Um, One of the things that I did for my project was set my clock and my phone so I can get up on time. And I guess you can see that it's set to 8:30. So it's been working pretty cool, and we're trying to get things better and organize our time so we can finish our projects. This week we got to do our final exam and also the edit for this 20% time management project. I'm gonna try to get it done by Thursday, so everything can be done and turn everything in on time and wrap this class up. It's been a ball, and definitely learned something about myself and what I can do to help myself and better myself. All right, till later on in the week when I do my final wrap up. Final wrap up. Peace. This is week 4 wrap up, and pretty much the climax of my project. Um, Basically, we had to tell about the things that we learned throughout this course and how they affected us in our project. For me, my 20% project was about my time management skills. In week 1, we learned about paradigms and those things that shape us as people. And paradigm shifts, the things that we learn that alter that structure that we've learned over the years that changes into something else. Those are paradigm shifts. So for me, my paradigms were, the basic things: your health, finances, things that you grew up with. Those are the things that shape me now. So those are the things that I look to achieve on a. Those are the things I did look to achieve on a daily basis. So those were my paradigms. Like I said, finances, money, health, your health factor, your living, what you're doing with yourself. Those were the things that shaped my life as a daily. Um, as a result of this course, things that I learned about myself caused paradigm shift. One thing I learned about is my time management skills were, saying shoddy at best, which I already knew. But just seeing it and revisiting it as a part of this course made me want to change that. That's one thing I figured that could help me achieve some of the things that I want to achieve with my health, also my finances and living and those things. So that was one of the things we learned. Also, we learned about being proactive and reactive. I learned that I am a proactive person, which so I'm one of those people that takes no for an answer. I'm willing to try things even if I think that it's not possible to maybe succeed it. I'm one of the cats that's like one person that would look to uh, figure out a way that I can get it done, even if there's obstacles. So I learned that myself. That was pretty much our week 1 lessons, and that's pretty much how I kind of applied it to myself. What I do on a daily is pretty much consult with a label and getting up every morning and being in the office by 11 is a tremendous thing for me. So it's just enabling myself to get up every morning and set my alarm clock at 8:30, and actually getting up and making it to the office was a big thing for me. Week 2, we talked about cognitive dissonance and also self-efficacy. Um, we also talked about the archetypes. That was based on Carl Jones. Um, cognitive dissonance. New word for me. Whole new frame for me. That feeling that you get, pretty much, based on what we learned, it's like pretty much that feeling that you get that is a conflict of your nature or what you feel like is correct or you. So, um, doing this project, I really didn't feel it. I'm going on a limb with this one. I really didn't feel cognitive dissonance until one of our assignments was due, and Miss Sickles, the instructions weren't quite clear to me. So even though uh, I would have accepted the grade and what it was, um, my feeling is that I was correct in my terminology and how I was feeling. So um, that was me feeling the cognitive dissonance of how I really felt about this assignment and the grade that I got and the grade that I received at the time. Of course, saying um, my teacher being a great teacher that she is, she went back and reassessed my project, which um, helped me with that scenario. What I did to deal with the cognitive dissonance was I actually emailed her, the reply on based on the grade that I got so that was what I did to take care of, to deal with the cognitive dissonance that I felt during that time. Also, I just something that she told me in my email helped me as well. Because my thing is I wanted to have a great grade for my class, and she was like, "Don't really judge your grade on just that one particular thing." And yeah, she was right. I mean, if I got a B, I would have been happy at the end of the day, but I wanted an A. So the cognitive dissonance again, maybe so. um, the other thing we learned about was the self efficacy, the shadow, those self persona, um, and shadow. Those are all things that were kind of the terminologies were new to me, but the scenarios weren't. One of our assignments where we had to look at a movie and kind of uh, describe the nature of, say, like shadow. For instance, shadow is things that you see within yourself, but you tend to point it out uh, of someone else's. So if someone else is doing it, you tend to point it out, but those are things that you have within yourself. So it's kind of like you're seeing yourself outside of the box, and you're saying making notice of it. So we all have that shadow, the alter ego. Um, you know, in the in our lesson, we learned that a lot of the comic book heroes have that. Like for instance, the Incredible Hulk. Don't make the Incredible Hulk mad because we get the alter ego. Um, that's what I call it, the alter ego. I have one, I have a couple. Um, but how that affected my uh, course, don't know if it really affected me during the process of improving myself on my time management skills. My persona maybe affected me a little bit, but um, I'm a person that's kind of dedicated to what I do. So for me to change those things to improve my time management skills uh, didn't have a adverse effect on me, but um, it definitely had an effect on the progress of my report, the progress of my project. Week 3 was actually kind of funny for me because At week 3, we actually talked about time management, which evidently a lot of people have the same problem that I have. We talked about, that was a video that we watched about the frog in the room, and or the frog in your scenario, in your daily chores. We also watched a video about how you achieve how you achieve your daily actions. I learned about myself during that week, and just analyzing myself, analyzing my vision. I was one of those guys that put a bunch of little things in the basket and pretty much convinced myself that I was doing, you know, I was being constructive, constructive in my daily efforts. Um, so learning that uh, another process in doing that and taking care of the bigger things first, the bigger, more important things. There's the 2080 rule, just and the 2080 rule is pretty much just saying that 20% of the people cover 80% of the things that are important that have to get done. 20% covers 80% of the most important things you have to do. So I learned that putting the most important things in my daily routine corrected and helped me on a more to get more things done, to organize my time better, and those things were the frogs the frogs in my scenario, the frog that I needed to eat. But there's a wrap up a video that I have for that. And I think it's in week 3. The other thing was understanding my goals, understanding what I needed to do with my time management project. Um, Pretty much, I had to sit down and organize uh, what was making me not be on time. Okay, all right. So to reprise on week 3, just in case I didn't, make the points clear. The things that in week 3 that helped me with my project was definitely understanding my time and the goals that I set for myself. So I set realistic goals based on what we had to do. Evaluating my path, saying those were picking, uh, giving myself, saying the right projects and put them in the right order, setting those things aside so that I know what I had to do, when I had to do it, and um, understanding what was effective and not effective in in my daily routine. So those were some of the things that um, affected my time management skill definitely in week 3. So like learning, that okay, being on time definitely is going to help me get the job done. Like if I start my day late, then everything else is going to be kind of like late based on that. Not that I'm not going to get the work done, but it'll be late. Like my homework will be late, and I'll be sitting up at like 11:49, 11:50, trying to squeeze a homework and assignment in. And of course, I'm going to skip over something that probably should have been done because I'm in a time crunch, and that shouldn't happen. That shouldn't have to happen. I should just give myself time and plan my time so that I can have enough time to recap and go back over that class or that assignment timely. So that's one thing that's I definitely learned this month from my 20% time project.